right, good morning. Call this Ellis County Commission meeting to order. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the clerk please call roll?
Commissioner Neil Younger.
Present.
Chair Nathan Liker.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. The order of business, we will be removing, let's see here, number 5, and we will be adding one in its place for signage. Any other changes? Okay. Next, we have prior minutes. Have you had a chance to look through the prior minutes?
Yes, I did. Everything looks good.
Okay. I agree. Everything looked good there. The consent agenda.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda, items A through G.
Okay, I will second that. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Consent agenda is approved. Next, we have people not on the order of business. Persons from the public. We have none today. Okay, since we have no new employees, we're going to add a conversation over signage over the new Public Works building.
Morning, Commissioners. Darren Myers, County Administrator. Just as you know, we were briefly, I pulled up this picture right before the meeting just to give you a heads up for the agenda item, but just wanted to get a little bit of direction from the Commissioner on how you may feel on the signage of the front of the Public Works building. The contractor contacted me on Thursday or Friday last week in regards to the signage, just to make sure that what was designed is what is correct. Started thinking about it a little bit more in regards to the size of the facility compared to the size of the letters. There's a sign both over the noxious weed and the Public Works side of the building. However, they're only 12 inches tall, which seems a little out of place, not large enough, not going to be able to easily read. And they sent some suggestions of what could be changed, which I showed you a quick picture. But for example, what they have out at the soccer stadium at Fort Hays State University, simple lettering with a mounting device to eliminate or reduce the amount of sign or holes into the building. But I guess what I was thinking, just asking for the commission for approval so they can start going out and looking at the pricing for it on how much the difference is going to cost. But the letters are only 12 inches tall. As I stated, that's going to be a little out of place. I don't think it's going to be large enough. So our conversations were around 18 to 24 inches in height. And then to increase those from basically 1 foot to about 2 foot in height, so that way they're easier to see as the public comes up to the building. And then more to signify the main entrance of the facility on the Public Works side is to add our logo, Ellis County logo, on top of the Public Works Department. So what you see in the picture is just the letters. That's what's part of the bid. So increasing from a 12 to 24 was going to have a little bit of a cost associated to it, as well as putting the some type of logo above it. None of it's necessary. I just wanted to bring it up now just to get the commissioner's input before I started leading the contractor down a rabbit hole and trying to change something if the commission wasn't in favor. So I just wanted to ask for input and see if that would be okay.
Okay. I'm in agreement if we go ahead and increase our letter size. The Ellis County portion, after looking at the picture a number of times, would it be best if we, instead of going directly over Public Works, would it be better if we went more or less centered on that, because it would constitute both Public Works and noxious weed?
Yeah, and that's a good. So one of the things that Public Works has suggested, our original plans, as shows here, has Public Works. One of their suggestions is to put road and bridge underneath it. Add some sign, because the public usually, when they come in, the two divisions, that way they know this is the road and bridge division, not just Public Works. Help with the public.
Okay.
And so your suggestion would be between those two buildings, like in this location, have that
Possibly,
Ellis
yeah,
County?
because if we increase the letter size according, and we're going off this picture here, if we increase our letter size, then it would, what we're looking at on the Ellis County side may almost look consolidated or crunched or just jammed in there.
A lot in a small space?
A lot in a small space. So if we maybe increase the size of the Ellis County and put it in the center, and then it would divide it out amongst the two departments that are there under Public Works.
Well, I guess we could be changed. The only thing that wouldn't have, those two entrances have lights that shine up onto it.
Mm-hmm.
If we just put the Ellis County in the center, there wouldn't be electrical or anything there to add a light to it.
Well, if we're having electrical on them, on those awnings, we could possibly do a spotlight from each direction and center the spotlight in the center.
Just do both different signage there. I agree, put a spotlight on it, probably LED, which come from both directions and hit our Ellis County logo from both sides with a V and hit it right in the, and it'll be lit up and it'll look pretty nice, I think.
Okay, I can
I
visit
mean,
with
we can at least look into that.
The electric's there already, just the price of the lights and the installation, but they can come right off of that same box and just point one right to the center on each side, each entrance, and
Yeah.
hit our Ellis County logo.
So for the thought, then, I guess just trying to make
So-
sure I don't go too much. Sorry, go ahead.
So I guess what we're saying is I think we're both in agreement that, and I don't want to speak for Commissioner Younger, but I think we're okay with going ahead and planning on increasing the size of the Public Works and the noxious weed. But then we'll look into signage for the Ellis County that would be in the center. So, and I'm assuming the Ellis County, going off of that, and I don't know the exact measurements, may need to be, instead of 24, may need to be 36-inch tall lettering.
Yeah,
Especially if you're going to hit it with two lights, make that larger in the center.
maybe 3-4 feet. I'll see
Mhm.
what
Yeah.
the options are. I don't know how they would make it or anything yet. Like I say, this is very preliminary. I just didn't want to start a lot of conversations and have people work on something if the commission, like if it's just a flat panel that they add on there or something, we'll get something figured out. But I keep pointing to that right in front of you, but you can't see.
I can't read it, so.
But you know what our emblems look like.
Yeah,
and
our emblem.
And I would assume we'd probably just do black and silver, or black and white, or, you know, instead of having the color
Right.
emblem to match
Right.
the black lettering on the building.
Okay.
The ones that you had showed us from Fort Hayes, what size were them? Any idea? Are those
They're only about, I
2
don't even know
foot?
if they're a foot tall.
okay?
Because
Yeah.
they're so close, you know, you're walking right up next to the restroom,
Sure.
the concession stand.
Okay.
The ones, from what I could look, I didn't crawl up there and look, but on the front of the emergency services building has the same awning like this has, and those letters look to be about 12 inches tall.
Okay.
But like I say, the street is only 60 feet away,
Sure.
whereas we're off the road quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the driveway to the building.
Yeah, we're at least 600 feet off the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And then, as I stated, we'll still have a sign out somewhere up along the entrance along 183. We just got the architects working with KDOT to see what the restrictions are of what we can and put and how it must look, et cetera. But we'll get that back to you at a later date. And there is an allocation within the bid for that, so
okay,
we'll work on something with that and bring it back at a later date.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with it to go ahead and get some prices together and see what we're looking at.
I think so.
I shall do.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
all right. I guess that's it for agenda items. Next, we have our county administrator report.
We're just going to say it again. Happy birthday to the chair. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Today is actually Wildland Firefighter Day. So thanks to all the work that our firefighters throughout the county and our nation do to protect our communities.
Gotcha. Okay, County Commissioner report?
Yep,
Commissioner Younger?
I will echo that also. Happy birthday, and to all of our volunteer firefighters. I did attend city meeting, and I'm also going to wish, while we're on the happy birthdays, I'm going to wish Mrs. Dryling at the Noxious Weed, her birthday's tomorrow, and then Mrs. Shoemaker at the treasurer. And I also want to thank Bobby for going above and beyond to offer some Saturday voting, and she's right on top of everything, so appreciate that very much. And as far as with the city, I don't know who and what has been following the UTVs now, which was brought up almost 4 years ago. Now they are legal in Hayes. You still have to follow their ordinance, blinkers, horn, proof of insurance, can't drive on Vine, you can cross. But that is good to go. So if you need to come into town or you're close to town with your UTV and need parts, thanks to the city for allowing that. There's no fee now on a tag. It's just get in and drive, and have to be 16 and follow all the rules and regs on. So I think that's a good addition too, because I've heard from both different suppliers here in town that there's been people coming in for turn signals and that type of stuff. So yeah, and hopefully some more sales for them, and it all adds up.
Good deal.
That's all I have.
Okay. I would like to extend a congratulations out to Public Works, to Brendan and Kurt and our welder for submitting and winning Build a Better Mousetrap for their hitch on their sheep's foot and padfoot rollers. So congratulations to them, and good luck when they get entered into the national competition. So other than that, next week we will be having a employee appreciation barbecue here at the admin building. So I'd like to extend that out to all employees to, if they can, we will be barbecuing hamburgers and having all the fixings there right here at the admin building for lunch. So hope to see everybody there.
Okay.
Okay.
I do have one other thing. Everybody, just be careful on 4th of July. Make sure your stuff is out. Put it in a bucket of water if you're not sure. And even if you are sure, put it in there so we don't need any fires. And like I say, everybody just be careful.
I'll echo that. So, okay, with that, we have no executive sessions, so we will move for adjournment at 8:43.